Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's 6 o'clock. It's time for a Magic Live. Now this week on Magic TV, we've been doing a Cube 52 takeover where I've been performing every single day routine from Cube 52. And at no point have I used a cube. The point I'm trying to make to you guys is you don't need a cube to do Cube 52. There's over 40 routines and a lot of them don't use a cube. The fact that you've got this really cool deck of colors allows you to do some really interesting routines, and it's great for mentalism. And I'm going to perform one of the routines off Cube 52 that is mentalism based, and this is called Thanks. It's called Thanks to Colin. And if you want to learn it, it's on volume 1, and I'm going to perform to Jack. So Jack, it's all about reading minds.
Who's Colin?
Colin Cloud. He is an incredible mentalist, and he's part of the him and Shin Lim perform in Las Vegas. And he's got a very Sherlock Holmes-esque persona about him. If you haven't seen him, he's really great. Ooh. And this is based on one of his routines. So there you go, hence the name Thanks for Colin. But this is a Speed Cubers deck. You are completely aware of these by now. There's 52 cards in the deck. There's 54 cards in this deck, and each one of them has different colours on them. There's 9 colours repeated 6 times, 54 colours in total. And I'm going to try and read your mind. I'm going to try and read your mind 3 times by getting you to think of things that I think you might like. Mm-hmm. It'll make sense, but I do want to let you know that everything is predetermined, which is why I have this little card here that's out my reach. Look, there you go. So, we're going to try and do this. I want you, in a second, you're going to cut the cards and complete the cut. Okay, and then I'm going to look away, and you're going to look at the bottom card, and you're going to look at what colour the bottom card is. Okay.
Okay.
It's important you remember the colour, because later on, if I dramatically say, "This is your colour," and you go, "I don't know," it's not very impressive, to be honest, Jack. So it's really important that you do that. So first of all, I just cut any way you want to. Beep. Very good, and complete the cut. Excellent. So I'm going to look away, pick the whole thing up, look at the bottom colour, and then put your hand on top of it, so I can't. Put it back down on the table and put your hand on top of it. Very good. So there's 6 colours in these cards. We're going to think about food, okay? Don't say anything, but I want you to think of a particular type of food. Let's do it this way. If you're thinking of blue, if the colour you're thinking of is blue, think of Chinese. If it's green, think of Indian. If it's orange, think of a salad. If it's red, think of burgers. If it's white, think of pasta. And if it's yellow, think of chip shop chips. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Now imagine in your head that you're eating that particular thing. It's not really about the colour, it's about associating it to something you enjoy. Okay, I've got it. You're thinking of burgers, aren't you? You're thinking of burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, lift up. It's a red, isn't it? It's red.
It was.
Perfect. Now, that could have been a fluke, right? That could have been a fluke. So should we do it again?
Why not?
Let's see if we can do it again. We're going to do the same thing. So I want you to cut and complete the cut any way you want to. Now, are you happy there? You can change your mind. I'll look away, look at the bottom card.
Yep.
And put your hand on it. Okay, this time, I know you think you like genre TV and stuff like that. So we're going to go in a different direction. If you're thinking of, we'll go to classic films. If you're thinking of blue, think of Top Gun. If you're thinking of green, think of Ghostbusters. If you're thinking of orange, think of Lord of the Rings. If you're thinking of red, think of Star Trek. If you're thinking of white, think of Back to the Future. And if you're thinking of yellow, think of Star Wars, the first one, the New Hope. You doing that? Mm-hmm. I want to imagine you're in a cinema and you're watching that film. You've seen this film several times, haven't you? This is a film that you really like.
Yeah.
Yes, Back to the Future. You're thinking of white. You're thinking of white, it's Back to the Future. Is that right?
How you know?
There you go. It's because it's easier to read your mind or know what you're doing if you can associate what you're thinking of to something else. So should we try it one more time?
Why not?
One last time, okay? Last time. So again, I want to just cut and complete the cut. Are you happy?
Yep.
You happy? Have a look at the bottom card. Don't let me see it. And then cover it up so I can't see anything. Okay, this time we're going to think of people in the office. Okay, so if you're thinking of blue, think of Matt. If you're thinking of green, think of Sarah. If you think of orange, think of Michael. If you're thinking of red, think of Liz. If you're thinking of white, think of Buddy. And if you're thinking of yellow, think of me. You thinking of one?
Yep.
Concentrate. I want you to imagine that person in front of you. Okay, it's weird. You're thinking of a Chihuahua. You're thinking of an action dance in a Santa costume. You were thinking of blue, weren't you? You were thinking of blue. It's Matt.
It's
Is
Matt.
that right?
It's the Matt.
It is the Matt. Perfect. Now, right. Okay. Now here's the thing.
Oh my God.
Don't forget, there's loads of different colours, right? And every time you cut, you get a completely different colour.
Yeah.
And I looked away while you were looking at it. You're coloring. There's no way I could have known anything. And yet I was able to tell you what you were thinking of by associating it to what you loved. But what if I told you it was all predetermined? What if I told you that this was all written down from the beginning and that I knew everything? Because your first choice was burgers, your second choice was Back to the Future, and your third choice was Matt, and this has been here the whole time. And the interesting thing is, on the other side of this card, we have number 1, burgers, number 2, Back to the Future, and number 3, Matt. And you can have that as a souvenir. That's your personal prediction.
What?
I know, right? It's so weird. It's a great routine. It's a perfect routine to do with this deck. Do me a favour, let me know what you think in the comments down below. You want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back again tomorrow at 6 o'clock with another Magic Live. I'll see you then.